The wind howled across the old steel bridge, carrying a distant hum of city traffic below. Michael Thompson, a tired single father in his late 30s, gripped the railing with one hand. His other hand clutched a small backpack of his daughter's school things, forgotten in the rush of another long day. He was just crossing the bridge on his way home from work, his mind heavy with worries, bills piling up, his little girl, Lily, waiting at the babysitter's. Another night of microwave dinners and bedtime stories read through exhaustion. Then he saw her, a young woman, no more than 20, standing on the wrong side of the railing, her hair whipped in the wind like dark ribbons. She stared down at the river far below, her body swaying slightly. Michael's heart stopped. "Don't jump," he called out, his voice steady but urgent. He dropped the backpack and moved closer, slowly, his work boots scraping the cold metal. She turned her head just a fraction, eyes wide and lost. Without thinking, he reached out, grabbed her arm, and pulled her back over the railing. She collapsed against him, sobbing quietly. That was the moment everything changed. But it started much earlier, in the quiet routines of a life worn thin. Michael had always been the steady type. Born in a small town in Ohio, he moved to the city after high school, chasing dreams of a better life. He met Sarah in college, a bright, laughing girl with plans for the world. They married young, had Lily when they were barely ready, but Sarah got sick. Cancer came fast, took her even faster, left Michael alone with a toddler, a mortgage, and a job at the factory that barely paid the bills. He was exhausted, always. Dark circles under his eyes, calluses on his hands from overtime shifts. Lily was 7 now, full of questions and energy he struggled to match. "Daddy, why do you look so sad?" she'd ask. He'd smile, ruffle her hair, and say, "Just tired, kiddo." But we're okay. The bridge was his shortcut home. It spanned the wide river that cut through the city, lights twinkling on the water at dusk. That evening, the sky was a soft gray, rain threatening but not yet falling. Michael walked with his head down, thinking about dinner. Maybe pasta again. Lily liked it with cheese. He didn't notice the girl at first. She was leaning against the railing, her coat too thin for the chill. Then she climbed over. No hesitation, just a quiet decision. "Don't jump," he said again, now holding her as she trembled on the safe side. She was light, fragile, like she hadn't eaten in days. Her face was pale, freckles dotting her nose, eyes the color of storm clouds, familiar somehow, but he couldn't place it. "Hey, it's okay, you're safe now." He guided her to sit on the pavement, away from the edge. Cars rushed by, oblivious. He pulled out his phone, but she shook her head. "No police, please." Her name was Emily. She whispered it like a secret. Emily Carter, 20 years old, from a foster home across state lines. Run away. No family, no job, just a backpack with a few clothes and a faded photo. "I can't do this anymore," she said, voice breaking. "Everything hurts." Michael sat beside her, the cold seeping through his jeans. He listened. That's what he did best, to listen. Lily taught him that, with her endless stories. Emily talked slowly, words tumbling out like leaves in the wind. Grew up bouncing between homes. Parents gone early, a car accident, she thought. Never knew them. School was hard, friends came and went. Dropped out last year. Tried waitressing, but the tips weren't enough. Boyfriend left her broke and bruised. "I feel invisible," she said. "Like no one would miss me." Michael nodded, his own pain echoing hers. "I get that. Lost my wife 3 years ago. Raising my girl alone. Some days, it's all I can do to get out of bed." He paused, letting the words hang. The wind softened, as if listening too. They sat there for what felt like hours, though it was only minutes. The sun dipped lower, painting the river orange. Michael shared his water bottle, a granola bar from his pocket. Emily ate hungrily, then wiped her eyes. "Why did you stop?" "Most people would have walked by." He shrugged. "Couldn't. Seemed too much loss. And you? You remind me of someone." She looked up, curious. But he didn't elaborate. Not yet. As the sky darkened, Michael convinced her to come with him, just for coffee. "There's a diner down the road." "No strings." She hesitated, then nodded. They walked off the bridge together, his arm steadying her. The diner was warm, smells of fries and coffee wrapping around them like a blanket. They took a booth in the corner, Away from the chatter, Michael ordered burgers, pie for dessert. Emily picked at her food at first, then devoured it. Between bites, she opened up more. Her life was a map of scars. Foster parents who cared more about the check than the child. Schools where she was the new kid. Always. Dreams of college, shattered by costs. I wanted to be a teacher, she said softly. Help kids like me. Michael leaned back, sipping his coffee. Black, no sugar, same as always. That's good. World needs more like that. He told her about Lily, how she drew pictures of superheroes, insisted on bedtime hugs. She's my anchor, keeps me going. Emily smiled faintly, the first real one. Sounds nice, having someone. The conversation flowed easy, like an old river. Michael felt a pull, something unspoken. Her laugh was short, like Sarah's. The way she tilted her head, he shook it off. Coincidence. But as they talked, tension built quietly. Emily mentioned her birthday, March 15th. Michael's breath caught. Sarah's due date for their second child, a baby they lost early. No, couldn't be. He changed the subject. What now? You got a place? She shook her head. Shelter, maybe, or back to the bridge. Her eyes darkened. He couldn't let that happen. Stay with us tonight. Couch is clean. Lily's with the sitter till morning, she protested. But weakly, exhaustion won. They drove to his small apartment in his beat-up truck. The building was old, stairs creaking. Inside, it was tidy, toys and bins, photos on walls, Sarah smiling from frames, Lily's drawings taped up. Emily paused at one photo, Michael and Sarah, young and happy, her belly round with Lily. She looks kind, Emily said. Michael nodded. She was. He made up the couch with fresh sheets, a pillow. Bathroom's there, help yourself. She thanked him, voice small. As she settled, Michael sat in the kitchen, staring at his hands. Why her? Why tonight? Sleep came slow, dreams fragmented, bridges and falling water. Morning light filtered through curtains. Lily burst in early, babysitter dropping her off. Daddy. She hugged him tight, then spotted Emily. Who's she? Emily woke, blinking. Hi, I'm Emily. Lily grinned. Wanna see my dolls? Just like that. Connection. Michael made breakfast, eggs, toast. Simple. They ate together, laughter filling the space. Emily helped with dishes, her movements careful. Days blurred into a routine. Emily stayed. Just temporary, they said. She got a job at the diner, thanks to Michael's reference. Helped with Lily after school. Cooked dinner so better than microwave. Michael felt lighter, less alone. But questions nagged. Emily's photo from her backpack, a baby picture, faded. She showed it one night. Only thing from my parents. Michael's heart raced. The eyes, the freckles. He dug out old papers from Sarah's box. Adoption records. Number. Sarah had a miscarriage. Or did she? Tension rose slow, like dawn. Michael noticed more. Emily's allergy to peanuts, the same as Sarah. Her love for puzzles, Lily's favorite. One evening, after Lily's bedtime, he confronted it. Emily, tell me about your birth. Anything. She frowned. Why? He pulled out a letter, from Sarah's things, dated 20 years ago. Dear Michael, I couldn't tell you. The baby lived, but I was scared. Gave her up. Forgive me. Emily's eyes widened. She grabbed the photo, compared it to Sarah's. Tears fell. She's my mother? Michael nodded, voice thick. And I'm your father. The twist hit gentle, like a wave lapping shore. Not lost, found. They cried together, hugs fierce. Explanations followed. Sarah, overwhelmed, hid the birth, thought it best, died without telling. Emily, adopted briefly, then fostered. Paths crossed by chance, or fate. Life shifted. Emily moved in proper. Sisters met. Lily overjoyed. Two moms? No, one mom in heaven. One big sis. Michael got help with therapy for all. Bills eased with Emily's job. Evenings filled with stories, not silence. Months later, on the bridge again. Not for jumping, for remembering. Michael and Emily stood, wind soft. Thank you, she said, for pulling me back. He smiled. Family does that. They walked home, hand in hand. Insight clear. Sometimes, the lost find each other. And if you're reading this, feeling invisibly, reach out. Someone's waiting to pull you back.